Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling a frustrating issue where Counter-Strike 2 is stuck at a hard cap of 30 FPS. We at Teknobalta analyzed this case involving a laptop user who previously enjoyed 250 FPS. Suddenly, the performance plummeted to exactly 30 FPS, regardless of the settings. This is a classic symptom of power management or hardware misidentification. Let us dive into the root cause analysis. On laptops, the system often switches between the iGPU and the dedicated GPU. If the game runs on the integrated chip, or if a power-saving mode is active, a 30 FPS limit is common. First, we must perform a diagnostic check using the Task Manager. Press Ctrl, Shift, and Escape simultaneously to open the Task Manager. Navigate to the Processes tab. Right-click on any column header at the top. Select columns from the context menu. Ensure that GPU and GPU engine are both checked. Now, launch CS2 and observe which GPU is being utilized. GPU 0 is typically your internal Intel or AMD graphics. GPU 1 is usually your high-performance NVIDIA or AMD dedicated card. If CS2 is using GPU 0, that is why your FPS is capped. We at Teknobalta recommend forcing the dedicated GPU through Windows settings. Open the Windows Start menu and type Graphics Settings. Click on the result to open the system configuration. Under Custom Options for Apps, click Browse. Locate the CS2 executable file in your Steam library folder. Once added, click on CS2 and select Options. Choose High Performance and ensure your dedicated GPU is listed. Save the changes and restart the game. This bypasses Windows' automatic switching logic, which often fails in CS2. Next, we must address power management profiles. Even on high-performance mode, laptops have hidden limiters. Ensure your laptop is plugged into a power source. Many laptops cap FPS to 30 when running on battery to preserve health. Check the NVIDIA GeForce Experience settings if you have an NVIDIA card. Look for a feature called Whisper Mode. Whisper Mode is designed to keep the laptop quiet by capping the FPS. If it is enabled, it will force a 30 or 60 FPS limit. Disable it immediately. Also, check for battery boost in the same menu. Set the battery boost slider to maximum performance or turn it off. Now, let us look at the in-game settings within CS2. Ensure that vertical sync or VSync is disabled. VSync can sometimes malfunction and lock the frame rate to a fraction of the refresh rate. Open the console using the tilde key and type FPS_max0. This removes any software-level frame caps within the game engine. If the issue persists, we need to verify the integrity of game files. Right-click CS2 in Steam, go to Properties, then Installed Files. Click Verify Integrity of Game Files. Corrupted configuration files can sometimes force legacy power-saving variables. We at Teknobalta also suggest checking the NVIDIA control panel. Go to Manage 3D Settings. Find max frame rate in the list. Ensure this is set to off. Sometimes, driver updates reset this value to a global limit. If you are using an AMD GPU, check the Radeon Chill settings. Radeon Chill dynamically regulates FPS and might be stuck at a low floor. Turn off Radeon Chill for CS2 specifically. Another critical factor is the laptop's thermal state. If the GPU reaches a critical temperature, it may trigger a thermal throttle. This throttle often locks the clock speed, resulting in a stable but low FPS. Use a monitoring tool like MSI Afterburner to check your temperatures. If your GPU is above 90 degrees Celsius, clean your fans. Let us recap the primary solution that worked for our community. The conflict between the iGPU and the dedicated GPU is the #1 culprit. By using the Windows graphics settings to force high performance, you bypass the error. This ensures the CS2 process always requests the high power rail from the motherboard. We at Teknobalta have seen this resolve the 30 FPS lock in 90% of laptop cases. If you still face drops, consider a clean driver installation using DDU. Display Driver Uninstaller removes all traces of old drivers that might cause conflicts. Download the latest driver from the manufacturer's website before running DDU. Run DDU in safe mode for the best results. After the restart, install the fresh driver and reapply the high-performance setting. This technical approach ensures a clean communication path between the game and hardware. Remember, CS2 is more demanding on the CPU than its predecessor. However, a flat 30 FPS lock is never a CPU bottleneck. It is always a software limit. We hope this deep dive helps you get back to 200+ FPS. Technical precision is the key to solving modern gaming issues. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more expert troubleshooting and hardware analysis. We are here to ensure your hardware performs at its absolute peak. See you in the next technical breakdown.